What is your American dream?
I was born in New York. My American dream is music, and DJing is the one thing that I love.
My family's from Puerto Rico. I was born and raised in the Bronx. My American dream is to achieve success and prosperity through my hard work.
I am from India. I do hope that each one of us realize our own humanity and start helping each other succeed. We are all humanity, and that's the least we should be able to do.
I am from Poland. My American dreams be close to my kids and my grandkids, be happy, enjoy daily life. My dreams are very humble.
I'm from Suriname, South America. My American dream is to take advantage of opportunities to excel at my talents.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Well, Spar and Bernstein has been nothing but great to me throughout my trials. I mean, it's 5 years into this car accident, and they never gave up on me, never. And in everything, they fought for me, and I am so proud to tell everyone, don't even wink for a moment. It's you, Spar and Bernstein. My lawyer here, Mr. Barack, has been a cage animal. He wanted to go on trial, but thank God we settled out of court, and it was something that I'm very, very happy about. So everyone, I'm telling you, I'm not just making stories up. You have to use this law firm. Spar and Bernstein is the best, worldwide best.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The outcome of your divorce can affect you for the rest of your life. If you don't have the right attorney, you could literally be paid through the nose forever.
That's right, Brad. For example, did you know that half the money you put into your retirement during your marriage is up for grabs in your divorce? So a disagreement as to when your marriage exactly ended could cost you thousands of dollars from your hard-earned retirement fund. And let's say you bought a house together. Factors like who's paying the bills, who paid the down payment, and whether you're receiving rental income can all affect your settlement in huge ways.
If you're having family law issues, if you're having matrimonial issues, you need attorneys who are going to fight hard for you. Call the matrimonial department, the family law department here at the law offices of Spar and Bernstein.
This is an attorney advertisement. Prior results do not guarantee similar outcome.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
About that.
Squeeze. Mic on, yes.
Yeah. About that.
About last night, Squeeze. About last night, Squeeze.
About last night.
Yes, about last night, the U.S. government was still closed, Squeeze. And there is a fight. Now, the sun is, unless you work for the U.S. government.
By the way, this is the Brad and Squeeze show.
Yeah, but unless you work for the U.S. government or you're getting a check from the U.S. government or you get some sort of pay from the U.S. government, most Americans are not going to feel in the beginning that the U.S. government is closed. I would say 90, 95%. But right now, the U.S. government is closed. People don't even know what the U.S. government does.
Does that mean people stay home who works for the U.S. government?
Yes. Right. But I said, so if you work for the U.S. government, that's a different story. Like I was at the airport yesterday and a guy said, oh, because the government's closed, the bags are going to take forever. I said, no, the bags have nothing to do with the U.S. government. That's a private company.
Yeah.
So
people don't even know the Postal Service is not government owned.
It's not government owned.
Entity. Yeah.
Correct. And then essential services by the government are still going to happen. So it's only non-essential services that actually are being they're calling it furlough. And by the way, everybody who's furloughed, meaning they're not showing up to work, they will eventually get paid once the government opens again.
Yep.
So it's really not that they're not getting paid. It's more that their check is delayed. And the fight's over the Dreamers, Squeeze. There are some Republicans and all Democrats who say they do not want to fund the government any longer without a deal from the Dreamers. And the reason is this. The government has been funded on a short-term basis 4 times already through the year. This government should have been funded back in October. That's when the government year starts. We're already into mid-January. So this routine has gone on 4 times. And each time it has gone on, The Republicans and the Democrats say, okay, we're going to make a short-term funding, and we're going to make a deal on immigration and a deal on the tax cuts and whatever else they wanted to do. So the Republicans got their tax cuts without the help of the Democrats.
Yeah.
Trump has made this a problem because he ended the DACA program. So he said in March, DACA's over. He's going to start deporting kids to go to countries that they've never seen before.
Right.
Which would be, as Bernie Sanders said, and trust me, I am not the biggest fan of Bernie Sanders, but in this particular case, he was right. It would be the biggest stain on American history, sending back 800,000, 900,000 children who came here at a very young age, who know nothing about their countries, may not even speak the language, nowhere to live, going back to impoverished lands.
Right.
Going back to dangerous lands, all of whom are for the most part, wonderful, wonderful people who are contributing to America. So the Democrats said, we cannot fund this any longer, because if we fund this any longer, it's going to come right up to the deadline for the Dreamers. So everybody is now taking a stand. They're putting their feet in cement. And the great deal maker Donald Trump so far has not been such a great
Making it a successful deal.
So we'll see what happens with there.
So that's what's happening with the government shutdown here on the Brad and Squeeze show.
All I can tell you is, Squeeze, that you got to get your immigration settled. Okay?
Say it all the time.
You got to get it settled. You got to get it settled. And by the way, the telephone number to call to get on our show is 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Talking about Donald Trump, this weekend marks, Squeeze, the 1-year anniversary of Trump's inauguration. The world has been turned upside down by, and I'm being nice to him, okay? I'm being nice by saying this, by his unusual antics, okay?
Antics,
okay? And it's probably a lot more than antics, okay? By his unprofessional antics, or antics that really are not very presidential. And as well as many of his policy decisions that probably are not favored by a majority of the United States of America. So to mark the occasion, in hundreds of towns and cities around the world, women marched, okay? And they marched for all different things. Some marched to be anti-Trump, some marched for DACA, some marched for women's rights, but what they all marched for is that equality, okay? That women should be equal to men, that minorities should be equal to the people who are in the majority, that it doesn't matter about your race, your religion, your skin color. And I actually even saw, I don't know if we have it or not, a great sign a great saying that said, from Sheryl Sandberg, who said, one day there will not be women leaders and black leaders and Hispanic leaders. One day there will only be leaders. And I think that basically sums up what the Women's March was. Donald Trump didn't get it, though, because he tweeted, beautiful weather all over the country, get out there and celebrate the unprecedented economic success of the United States. We thought it was so important, Squeeze, the Women's March and what it stood for about equality, and it was about equality of women, it was about equality of minorities, equality of immigrants. We thought it was so important, we sent out our entire Brad and Squeeze crew out to the Women's March in Central Park this weekend to go see what was going on. So let's go see what happened.
Let's go to the tape.
Yeah. It's one of those days, Squeeze. It's one of those days.
This is Kim Moore at the New York City Women's March, and today we are asking marchers questions about Dreamers, TPS. I have a feeling this is going to be a very opinionated bunch, as evidenced by the fact that someone literally just threw a banana peel at the Trump Tower sign. Let's find out what else they thought.
Leader, not a creepy tweeter. We want a real leader, not a creepy tweeter.
The government shut down on Friday over the fact that they were unable to reach a DACA deal. How do you guys feel about that?
Just the fact that there's even a discussion to take that away is just such a huge issue right now, especially being a child of immigrants. I think it's so important.
They need to simply agree that the 800,000 young dreamers can achieve the dream. Most of the Americans support the dreamers.
People need to put their personal feelings aside on whatever threats they think that dreamers may be to America and start thinking about how they can positively impact this country and how they have been positively impacting this country for years now.
And even though a government shutdown is not a good thing, I have friends who are in the armed services, I have friends who are federal workers, and this is going to hurt them, and I think it's a tragedy, but ultimately we have to stand up for what we believe in.
I find it really sad, and I hope that they're able to stay in this country.
And DACA being controlled. Now it's DACA, not control. Obama have nonsense policies like catch and release. This was nonsense. You caught on the board, you send back.
I think the fact that it happened on the 1-year anniversary of his inauguration is very telling to the rest of his presidency.
Do you know of any dreamers that have been protected by DACA over the last few years?
I do. I've met some dreamers, yeah. Amazing people who we want to have in our country.
I came from Ecuador 23 years ago, and I have a son who is DACA recipient.
I'm Dominican, but I have a lot of Salvadorian, Peruvian, I'm half Honduran, and I do have a lot of friends and family who were impacted by this decision negatively, who are worried about what their future is in this country, and I care about them, I worry about them.
A couple friends back in Miami who are dreamers, and they're just very, worried right now as to what's coming next. So they're very unsure about what their next step is.
We never depend on the government. We work hard as a parents to give him the opportunity that we don't have in our country. And he came when we was 2 years old, and now he's doing wonderful. He graduated the college, he get a master's degree in Denver, and now he's teaching as a teacher.
How do you feel about the fact that Trump has removed TPS protections for several countries, including Honduras?
Yeah, and Honduras, El Salvador are countries that were removed from TPS, and he's sending people to their deaths. That's bare and blunt about it. Those people ran away from murderers, and they're being sent back to murderers.
Which people?
So it's Honduras, El Salvador, Haiti.
Everyone deserves a safe haven, and we shouldn't take that away from people who come here and try to do good for themselves and protect themselves.
I disagree that you should get people for 10%. I think we should build the camps like what Trump suggests, and like other countries should invest a lot of money and build the camps, support people, let them build their life and come back to their countries.
I just think that's the wrong move, because if you've made your life here, America is a melting pot, and if it doesn't matter where you come from, to just be ripped away from everything that you know to go to a country where you might not have family or might not understand their way of life, it's just wrong.
They should have the option either to stay or to go home. I don't think they should be forced to go back to a country where they might have been seeking refuge from or be seeking safety here in the US.
Revoking TPS status is probably the most Donald Trump thing to do.
I feel really worried for them, honestly. First of all, number one, they are not whole countries.
In my country, Ecuador, don't qualify for the TPS. But it's sad to the people who live in more than 10 years working in the right field with a legal status, and now is going to lose the TPS status.
Temporary status to give, I don't think so is a solution. It should be only temporary. Let's say till you build your house, build electricity, clean water, and then you need to come back. That's called temporary status, not a permanent status.
What's your message to the dreamers who are currently in the middle of this fight with the federal government?
I would have to say, keep focusing on what you know is important and what you are doing to better yourself.
We're here for you. We love you. We are going to stay here for you. That's it.
Keep dreaming, keep fighting. There's people standing with you. We support you, we love you, and we welcome you with open arms.
One of Donald Trump's biggest proposals to curb illegal immigration is a border wall. How do you feel like that would impact illegal immigration?
It's bull crap. Bull crap!
The idea of a wall to keep people out is absolutely ludicrous.
Building a wall, I want people to get out of their mind that building a wall is about illegal immigration. It's a symbol of racism.
I don't think a wall is going to do anything. It's sort of kind of sending a message that we're trying to prevent people from coming here in a very strong and offensive way.
A wall will not stop one illegal immigrant. The majority of illegal immigrants come here on planes, on boats, in ways that a wall would never stop.
I also understand the United States don't need to fix what happened in our countries because it's our country's problems. But making the wall is not going to resolve the problem. The people are going to find different ways to cross the border.
You're working on the building a wall. Wall is must. You get the wall, we get the DACA, and you get this, let's say, we call him the green card lottery. Listen, anybody can get the green card lottery. This is nonsense.
He's ruining everything America stands for. I mean, aside from being dangerous with wars and everything, I mean, this guy is a maniac.
If you had a message to Donald Trump, that camera is Donald Trump. What do you say to him right now?
Go yourself.
Could we have a PG version because we're kind of a family show?
We're watching. We see what's going on. It's not the fake news. It's not the Democrats. It's not the FBI. It's not the United Nations. It's you. You're the problem.
Absolutely, resign. Resign now, resign a week ago. We don't want you here. You don't represent us. We don't love you. You don't love us.
Let us have the same opportunity you and your parents and your grandparents have in this country. Many years ago, the ancestors came from different places and find in this land the opportunity to get a better life. We also want this better life. We also want to enjoy the freedom. We also want to enjoy what this country gives it to us.
That's too many things to say, especially coming from a Hispanic background. It's like a strong feeling that we have, and I just can't really pinpoint. I just don't ever want to meet him.
Shout out to Brad and Squeeze for being here at the Women's March 2018, and big up all my yardis who are out here today.
All right.
Big up all the yardie them who was out there.
So that was a fantastic piece.
That was very
excellent.
good. And
Excellent.
I like the fact that a lot of people are really standing by the dreamers, you know. Come on, I mean, think about it. We're going to send 900,000 people back to a home that they never had, a home that they don't know.
And it's
a
not
home
like
that doesn't really exist for
and
them.
it's not like you're sending them to a country equivalent to the United States of
No.
America. You're sending them to impoverished countries, dangerous countries, countries
sending
where they
them
don't
to
speak,
doom.
where they don't speak the same language. You're basically sending them home to get killed,
Exactly.
get hurt,
Right.
Sleep in the streets. And these are kids who came here who know nothing about this other country. They came at 2-3 years old. What do they know about this other
Nothing.
country?
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. And so this Women's March, it was a march for equality for women, a march for equality for immigrants. It was a march for equality, you know, as I love the quote from Sheryl Sandberg. One day we're just going to have leaders. We're not going to have women leaders, black leaders, Jewish leaders, white leaders. Just going to be leaders. Okay. And what did she say?
In the future, there will be no female leaders.
Right.
there will be just there
leaders.
will just be leaders.
Just be leaders.
Sheryl
That's
Sandberg,
what she said.
International
Right.
Women's
I added to what she said, but I agree with it. All right, I agree. I added to her quote.
Mm-hmm.
But and we had some signs squeezed. We have some pictures from some signs that we saw from what is that one? I don't have the card for that one.
Build a wall and.
Yes, and we have
generation will tear it down.
What else do you got? I got a whole bunch here, but I didn't see that one. What
Build
else
a
you
wall
got?
and my generation will tear it down. That's what that
Well,
one
a little
said.
girl. Yeah, that's really nice. I like that one.
Respect my existence or expect my resistance.
I like that one. What else we got? What does that say?
Supercalous, fragile, racist, sexist, not my POTUS.
Okay, I like that one. Let's see the next one.
As we wait. Keep the immigrants
Ban
banned
the a-holes.
Ashholes.
Right. And what else? We got one or two more. Let's go quickly. Yeah, this is way too slow.
Got to remind you, folks, 1-800-529-5465. Call us for your questions to be answered right here. 1-800-529-5465. So what else is happening in the news?
There's another one. I can't
The episode of Black Mirror is This episode of Black Mirror is terrible. You don't watch Black Mirror, so you wouldn't get it.
No, but I know the show.
Yeah.
All right. So.
And once again, folks, we're going to be opening up the phone lines shortly at 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Which camera am I supposed to
So
look
on
at?
the
This
same
one?
day, Squeeze.
That one?
Yeah. So on the same day.
Yeah.
On the same day that the women were marching. Okay. Donald Trump in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, sent the Immigrations and Customs Enforcement Agency to go randomly stop a Greyhound bus. And a guy by the name of Thomas Kennedy exposed the scene by posting to his Facebook status the following video that we have. He quotes that Border Patrol got on a Greyhound bus yesterday at 4:30 in Fort Lauderdale, asked every passenger for their papers and proved their citizenship. Proof of citizenship is not required to ride a bus. That is true. The Pew Research Center estimated that in 2014, 11.1 million undocumented immigrants lived in the U.S., with 850,000 of them in Florida. And I believe, by the way, I believe there's a lot more than that. And under Trump's orders from Saturday, they were told to go on Greyhound buses and go arrest people while women are in the streets marching for immigrant rights. Let's watch the video of the arrest happening on the Greyhound bus.
All right, let's see this.
This is new.
So we're watching this. We're watching this, Squeeze.
Right.
And
I can see
you know, this is it. Okay, if you're out of status or illegal, they're going to arrest you. They're going to arrest you no matter what.
Right.
Okay. So me.
Well, do they have the right to just get on a bus and start checking people's?
If they're within 100 miles of a border, they do.
Right.
So to me,
why did you stop the video?
I don't know. We should keep watching the video. I'm talking over it.
Yeah.
So to me,
right.
So to me, watching this and watching the ICE people, asking people for documents. Listen, if you're legal, what do you start? Here's my legal papers, end the story. But if you are here out of status and you know it, okay, if you show documents to show you're illegal, you're getting arrested. If you don't show documents to show you're illegal, you're getting arrested. Either way, the ICE officer is arresting you because at that moment...
What if you have no documents on you?
If you have no documents, you may get arrested if they don't believe... You know, my opinion would be if you're out of status, you're illegal, you know it, and they're asking for documents, you show them nothing. Okay? Because as soon as you show them documents, you are proving to them what they need to deport you for.
Right.
Okay? So it's like blowing in a... when you get pulled over on the side of the road, okay, and the officer says, blow into this machine because we want to see if you're drunk. Well, if you blow into the machine to show that you're drunk, guess what? You're drunk, you're going to lose your license.
Right.
If you don't blow into the machine, you're going to lose your license. Either way, you're getting arrested.
Yeah, yep.
Okay? So in this case, if you're out of status, my opinion, now people would differ, okay? But my opinion would be is you don't fight with them. Just say, I refuse to show you anything.
Right.
Okay? They're going to arrest you anyway, but now they don't know who you are. If they go into your pockets, it could be considered an illegal search. And you make it more difficult for them to prove who you are, what you're doing here, whether you're in legal. Now, if you're in legal status, a different story. Who the hell wants to be arrested?
Right.
Show them your papers. Move on with life. Okay? But to me, whether you show papers or you don't show papers, if you're out of status, you're getting arrested. So if you're here out of status and you're illegal, here's my passport. Okay, do you have any proof that you're here legally? No. Okay, you're getting arrested. What's the difference? Sir, I don't want to show you papers. Sir, I don't have papers. Okay, you're getting arrested. What's the difference? At least now, on the second time, it may you leave yourself open to a legal search. They don't know who you are. Make it more difficult for them. That would be how I would handle it. You don't have any rights till you get into a courtroom.
Oh,
and
actually, they're taking someone off the bus right now.
Right, and here they are taking somebody off. And I think that person showed the documents to them. So my opinion would be, if you're out of status, you show nothing. People would differ with me. People will differ with me. Okay, but you're getting arrested either way. And then you only get, you only get your rights asserted when you get a good lawyer like myself to be in a courtroom with you.
So what do they do after they get arrested now?
Call us immediately.
1-800-529-5465.
Have our number saved in your phone.
That's 1-800-529-5465. Very interesting so far, ladies and gentlemen, what we're seeing here on the first episode of the Brad and Squeeze for this week.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so we have 2 people on hold. So let's go to get their immigration questions asked and answered. Leave your questions for us live on our Facebook feed at the Brad and Squeeze Show. We're going to be meeting up with Anna Ascona in a few minutes so we can have your immigration questions answered. And let's go to Willie in Atlanta, Georgia. Willie.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
How are you?
Hey, how you doing, Willie?
All right. Love the show, guys. You need an Image Award for this, man.
Image Award, Squeeze. Image Award.
Well, thank you so much for even saying that.
You know what you need to do is you got to be able to share this and tell your friends. Can't get an Image Award if nobody knows the show exists.
Right.
So please share this with your friends. What's your question?
Absolutely. All right. Girlfriend lives in Jamaica. She's coming up in April for my birthday. Want to propose to her. I've had a consultation with a lawyer here, immigration lawyer in Atlanta. They told me to wait 95 days to marry her. She's on a B1, B2. Would that be considered her being an overstay? Because from my understanding, it's only good for 90 days.
No, she's good for 6 months, number one. And even if she only gets 90 days, the fact that she's married to an American citizen forgives her overstay. If that was good advice that you got, if she comes to the United States for purposes of getting married, it's a misrepresentation, and she would be barred for life. So what you want to do is wait 90 days. The law says if she gets engaged and married 90 days after her entry into the United States, the law presumes that she came to the United States to visit and then she changed her mind. So if you get engaged on day 95, and if you want to have a shotgun wedding, not to say she's pregnant, but a shotgun wedding and get married the day later, that would be perfectly fine too. You just want to wait the 90 days, a minimum of 90 days.
Okay.
Even if she only has 90 days to stay here, the fact that she overstayed her time by 2, 3, 4 days is not going to be a bar to getting her green card by adjusting her status. Believe it or not, if you try to comply with the law and adjust her status within the first 90 days, she's going to be barred for life. That's how stupid the laws are, but that's what the laws are. She's going to be barred for life for misrepresentation.
Okay, so should I even wait to propose to her? Or I can propose now but don't have the wedding until after the 90 days?
Well, you can propose to her any way you want, but I will tell you that if immigration knows that she came to the United States and you propose to her, all within the 90 days, if they are aware of this, then it could cause a problem. You wait 90 days, you have no problem. So at the interview, we don't want you to lie. Nobody wants you to lie. Okay? When did you come to the United States? I came on January 1st. When did he propose to you? April 1st. When did you get married? April 15th. Wonderful. Congratulations. Here's your green card.
Cool. Okay. Gotcha.
All right.
And she should make this a round trip or a one-way flight?
Well, she should be making it a round trip because if it's a one-way flight, she has the intention of staying.
Exactly. Okay. All right, cool. I just wanted to get it, man. I love you guys, man. I watch your show all the time.
Thanks a lot, man. Spread the word for us, all right?
Right. And she has to, and she has to truly have the intention. She can't be making a round trip ticket and say, oh, well, in the back of her mind, I'm getting married, I'm staying. Right. That can't be her intent either, because then she's going to be stopped at the airport. You truly have to have the intent of coming and going, and then changing your mind somewhere in the middle of your trip.
Makes sense.
Okay.
1-800-529-5465. Once again, this is the Brad and Squeeze Show. Live at 9, live at noon. Make sure you place your questions on the social media page, Brad and Squeeze. We have Anna that's going to be reading those questions off shortly, so get ready for that. But let's go back to the phone lines here. 1-800-529-5465. The Brad and Squeeze Show, powered by USA Credit Repair Inc.com.
Let's go to Jessica in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, Jessica. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Thank you guys for everything you guys are doing.
Okay.
I have a couple of questions.
Mm-hmm.
I was married before, and my husband, I applied for my change of status twice and got denied because of my husband's incarceration. And we broke up about a year and a half
Your
ago.
husband was the U.S. citizen?
Yes, he was.
Okay, what
But
was
he
he
had an
incarcerated
Adam
for?
Walsh.
Oh, okay.
He had an Adam Walsh
sex
case.
abuse.
Yes.
Prior sex abuse case.
Yes.
Right.
So they denied it twice, and then we separated about a year and a half, sometime 2016. And I met this guy in March of 2017, and he proposed to me, my fiance now, proposed to me in September. But I filed for my divorce from my ex-husband in October, and we were planning to get married in April 20, but the divorce didn't come through.
Okay.
So I want to know when the divorce comes through, how long I can wait before I get married, and after that, how long I can wait to put my status in.
Well, okay, well, you're living with this man now, right? The guy who
Yes.
you're going to get married to. All right, so let me just say
Yes.
two things, okay? And I'm going to answer all your questions. So just, okay? Number one, I have never seen ever anybody who is married to somebody who's a U.S. citizen who is on the child sex registry list get a green card. Never. Because the U.S. citizen has to file an Adam Walsh waiver, and I have never in my career seen an Adam Walsh waiver approved. Because the way the law works is you have to prove that there to a certainty that Jessica, for example, who's calling, is safe living with this man. There is no way in the world that you can prove to a certainty that would happen. The best that anybody can do, the best psychiatrist, the best psychologist that anyone can do is say, it is extraordinarily unlikely that anything bad would happen to Jessica. This man has been in rehab and has had a good history for 20 years, but nobody can give a 100% certainty to it. And as a result of that, it's impossible to get the Adam Walsh waiver approved.
So why do they even have it?
So basically, I don't know why they have it, and I will say this. Anybody who's married to somebody who's on the child sex registered list, even though that person may have done something 20, 30 years ago, maybe it was even consensual for all we know, and you're still on the you still have to prove that this person is safe. It's almost impossible to do. I've never actually seen it happen. People who have to file these Adam Walsh waivers always inevitably never get their green cards. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So as far as you're concerned, as soon as you get divorced, you're free to get married the next day. So, and then the day after, you're free to file your papers. And you should get your green card in 6-9 months.
Okay, because my fiance, not my present husband, my fiance is worried about, if they might harm us or anything.
No. Well, first of all, you should have us as your attorneys. We can help you even in Daytona Beach, Florida. We fly all over the country to help people. Atlanta, Daytona Beach, Florida. And I guess you're doing your divorce in Florida, and it's taking a little longer than you expected. But certainly hold on, and we should be able to help you, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Once again, folks, the number is 1-800-529-5465, The Brad and Squeeze Show. 1-800-529-5465. Brad, you want to take one more and then we go to Anna?
If you can remind everyone to please share. I don't think we've done that.
Oh, yeah. Once again, people, do remember, as I said before, share the page on your own timeline and then share to at least 50 of your friends. That will help us tremendously right here on the Brad and Squeeze Show. Once again, just share that page to as many of your friends as you can. Once again, the Brad and Squeeze Show brought to you by USACreditRepayInc.com. Let's go to one more and then we'll find Anna.
Stephanie.
Hello. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning.
Good morning.
I shared already 10 times, and they keep saying to me, "Oh, you share every day with me." I said, "I don't care."
What? Wait, what? What'd you say?
No, I said I shared like 10 times every morning, and they're like, "You shared it to me yesterday. Why do it today?" I said, "I don't care. You get it."
Share again.
Oh,
yeah, I like
share
that.
again. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Share every day.
So what?
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. If anyone complains, just say, "I'm just caring for you."
Yeah.
Okay. Hello? Stephanie.
Steph?
What happened to her? She was sharing so much.
She got cut off.
She got cut off.
All right, let's see if we'll find Steph again.
All right, Stephanie, call us back. We'll be happy to speak to you, I promise you. Okay. All right, let's see if we can find Anna Azcona.
Yep. Let's see if we can get down there to Anna.
Hello!
Hello, Anna. How are you?
Good, good. How are you guys? Happy Monday.
Hey, happy Monday to you also.
And did you do anything in terms of the Women's March, or you have anything you want to add to that? You are a professional woman. They're marching for equal pay, equal rights. As a professional woman, you have anything you want to add to that?
Well, as a professional woman in the media industry, I'm all about equal rights, equal pay, fair treatment, because, you know, being in this industry as females, it's very difficult. We always have to prove ourselves every day. And I'm a little upset that Miami didn't do anything for Women's March.
There was no march in Miami for it?
No.
What's up with Miami with that?
I don't know. What's up with Miami? That's what we need to find out.
Wow. All right. So let's go to our Facebook page, our immigration questions, and let's try to knock them out as fast as we can.
Yeah.
All right. Trey Wilson, good morning. How long does it take to process a VAWA application altogether?
A VAWA application. So if you're doing the I-360, that's a Violence Against Women's Act. If you're doing an I-360 and an adjustment, it takes approximately 18 to 20 months.
Drummer Dang, can a church file for someone who came here on a visiting visa?
They can, but they better, what is the church doing? Is it a R1 visa, which is a religious worker, a non-immigrant work visa? For a religious worker, you can certainly change status. If they've overstayed their tourist visa, then you're talking about going straight for a green card. But then the next question becomes, can they adjust their status here? Do they have a provisional waiver? So the answer is yes, a church can. We need to know a hell of a lot more before we say what we're going to do for them. There's lots of different ways to go about it.
1-800-529-5465, they should call.
Barra Millwood, what if you're on vacation and you don't have your driver's license, but you're not there legally? You just got there.
If you are on vacation and you don't have a driver's license and you're not there legally, why are you illegal on a vacation somewhere? You ran across the border to take a vacation?
No, they're there. They're not there illegally, so they're there illegally.
Oh, so what about it? So what's the question?
I'm assuming it refers back to the ICE conversation.
You just tell the ICE officer, I'm a legal resident. I'm a green card holder. I don't have it on me. Go check me in the computer. And then they'll say, how did you get the green card? And then you go explain, and you sound credible, and they'll say, all right, we'll let you go.
Smith Cat wants to know, is it legal in the U.S. for ICE to hop on a bus and ask for your papers?
Within 100 miles of a border, it is.
Alyssa Richardson, hey guys, I have a question.
And by the way, if they can prove that this is under the new Trump administration, if they can prove that you entered the country without inspection and you've been in the United States for less than 2 years, you don't even have the right to see an immigration judge. Remember, we did that 100-mile border thing. People got to remember that. So if you came on a visa, you were inspected, or you've been here longer than 2 years, then you get to see a judge, and then I can help. But if you've been here less than 2 years and you entered without inspection, they're just sending you home without even the right to see a judge.
If it's less than 2 years.
Thank you, Mr. Trump.
Wow.
Asset Lindo, what if you have an ID that was issued in New York? Also, the person got married, then I don't really understand this question.
Just read it exactly as it is, and we'll put it in our Facebook translator.
I know within 3 to 6 months, do you consider that a marriage?
Do I consider getting married a marriage? If there's a marriage certificate, that is a marriage. What else? Read the question again.
What if you have an ID like that which New York issues? Also, if a person got married then annual within 3 to 6 months, do you consider that a marriage?
It is a marriage. He's asking if you get married in less than 3 months, is it a marriage? Yeah, anytime it's a marriage, whenever you have a marriage certificate. But if you're getting married in less than 3 months of your entry into the United States, you are going to have a problem at your interview. And then there was another part of that question is, can you get married with a New York State identification? The answer is yes. That's what Facebook translator said.
Lawrence Taylor, I lost my green card. How long does it take to replace it?
Oh, it takes a while, like 8-9 months now these days.
Alyssa Richardson, hey guys, I have a question. My cousin has DACA, but she just got married. How can she get permanent status?
That's a very good question. She has to apply for a green card under the current immigration system, which has been the same for the last 30 years. So she needs to make an appointment to come see us. You know, people say, oh, you can't get a green card under Donald Trump anymore. That's not true, because it's actually the same laws as under first Bush, as under Clinton, as under second Bush, as under Obama. Immigration laws have not drastically changed. They changed a little bit in '96, made it harder in terms of what an aggravated felony is, made it harder to represent people in deportation. But in terms of the process of getting a green card, it's been the same since 1990.
Right. I want to say thanks to all the people who have been sharing. Okay, I notice a lot of people are sharing. I want to say thanks to Zenmar, who was shared to well over 35 pages already. Thanks. So Brad is giving you some credit there by way of me being a proxy.
Thank you, Zenmar.
All right. Anyway, let's go to another question from Anna.
Pearl Blunt, if your husband have bad child support, can it affect down the line?
If you have back child support, can it affect you down the line? It never goes away, child support. So yeah, they're going to chase you for that back child support forever. So the first thing you should do is go to the court where you have the back child support and try to get a reduction if you can't afford to pay it. And number two, it could affect you in terms of sponsoring a relative, because the government's going to say, hey, you can't support your own children here. Why would we allow you to bring in more family members?
Damian Walker, if I file for my citizenship, can I get married to my fiance with my green card? And how long does it take after I get my citizenship for her to get through if we get married in the USA?
The answer is yes, you can get married. B, you should get married. And as soon as you become a citizen, you can file an adjustment for her and she'll get through in about 9 months.
Yeah, Anna, it seemed like there was a women's march in Miami.
There was a women's march in Miami,
a couple
Anna.
of them.
You missed it, maybe.
Where?
Yeah, on Sunday.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Does it tell you what location, whatever?
In Wynwood.
I was in Wynwood yesterday. I was there yesterday.
Northwest 23rd Street.
Yep.
Yeah, I was in Wynwood yesterday.
Oh, you missed it then.
Really,
I guess they didn't publicize it enough because it wasn't obviously big. You were there and you didn't even see it. So it obviously was not publicized well for Miami, unfortunately.
It was probably a small group that organized and didn't really,
Yeah. All right, let's continue.
Mohammed Momin, how can I apply for my cousin's brother to come to the United States?
An I-130 visa petition. Your cousin's brother?
Yes.
You can't file for your cousin's brother. Sorry. I thought it was your brother, and then I heard cousin's brother.
Jackie Lewis, I got married last year. My husband just came to the U.S. 2 years now. I'm here for 1 year. Can he file for me?
Your husband's brother? Who's filing for her?
No, she just got married to her husband.
Oh, yeah, she could. Yeah, if she's married to a U.S. citizen, of course she can file. File the adjustment. File away. Everyone's got to figure out ways to get green cards these days.
Yep.
People hiding their head in the sand like an ostrich.
Sticking their head.
Sticking their head, hiding their head, sticking their head in the sand like an ostrich. Guess who's not being helped? The ostrich. You're an ostrich. Don't be an ostrich. Right, Squeeze?
You ever wonder why they stick their head in the sand?
Because they don't want to hear anything.
She's not specifying that he's a citizen. She just said they got married for 2 years now, and if they can start the process.
Yes.
That's pretty much the question.
Yes, whether a resident or citizen, go do it.
Okay. Sean Marcus, hi, I was at your office a couple of weeks ago, spoke with Nicole. I got married in December. I came here in July 2017. I would like to know, when can I file for papers?
Today.
Motion Ali, hi Brad, I have DACA. Can I still renew it?
Yes. At this moment, yes, but we'll see what happens.
Elect Lady P, can you file for citizenship if your green card is lost?
Can you file for citizenship if your green card is lost? Yes.
JJ French, what is a K3 visa?
That's a visa to come to the United States. If you're married to a U.S. citizen, your spouse is abroad, you want your spouse to come to the United States to live with you here while she's waiting or he's waiting for the green card. It cuts the waiting time off by a couple of months, but not by a lot.
Opal Reed, good morning. My friend married a cop and he left her a few months ago. What could she do?
Well, unless there was abuse, you get divorced and find another way to get a green card.
Glacier Rupert, hey guys, can a U.S. citizen sex offender record wipe away and he's married? Can he file for his wife who needs a green card?
We talked about that. The answer is yes, but you need an Adam Walsh waiver. I have never seen an Adam Walsh waiver approved. Not to say it won't happen or not to say it's never happened. I'm sure it's happened in the history of America. Just I've never seen it happen. So what I'm saying is the odds are stacked really against you.
Lawrence Taylor, if I'm on child support.
Lawrence Taylor?
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor.
LT, number 56.
LT?
Right. You know who LT is? You're too young for that. And you're
No, I don't.
And you have to be a football fan.
Yeah.
The greatest
LT.
defensive player of all time
Yeah.
on the New York Giants, a linebacker. LT, my favorite player. Okay, I do not believe this is Lawrence Taylor, although he lives in Florida.
Hey.
Yes. Okay.
He's asking if he's on child support and paying his child support.
Maybe this is
Can
LT.
he file for,
Okay, yes.
Can he file for U.S. citizenship?
Oh, no, LT was a citizen. Okay, this is not
I'm sure he's a citizen, yeah.
LT's a citizen. All right. So the answer is if you're paying child support, sure, you're complying with your obligations. Okay? There's nothing wrong with being ordered to pay child support. That doesn't make you a bad person.
A lot of
okay?
people don't know that.
A lot of people, I've been ordered to pay child support.
We all have.
In a divorce action.
Yeah.
I'm ordered every month to pay child support. I do it.
Yeah.
I'm a good person, not a bad person, because I comply with my requirements.
Paying child
to support my
is
children.
actually supporting your kids.
Yeah, it's a good
It's
thing.
to ensure that
it's-
they're getting the. Go on.
It's when you don't pay it is the problem.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Dennis Pasquale. Hi, Brad. Hi, Brad and Squeeze. I have a question. I'm a J1 visa holder and I teach here in San Diego. Can I change my visa status to a more permanent one without leaving the U.S. for 2 years, in which a requirement for J1, which is the requirement for J1 after you are done with the program? It's already my third year and the school asked the sponsors for my extension for 2 more years. They really need teachers, so they're trying to help me not to have to go home, but they don't have an idea about immigration.
Okay, so they need to start by making an application to waive the 2-year home residence requirement. That's the first thing. And then they got to change you to an H-1B visa, and that H-1B visa process or application is going to have to be filed by April 1st. We're at the end of January. So if you want to do something, you got to do it right now. So it's 2 applications. 1, to get a waiver of the 2-year home residence requirement. 2, to file for an H-1B, which would then give you 6 more years to be here. And then over those 6 years, if they want to process you for a green card, that would be the next step.
Olive McLeod, does the tax return have to go in with the filing for a parent, or is it submitted later?
It goes in at the same time. And hold on there 1 second, Anna. We're not going anywhere yet. I have to say a couple of things. Number one, we're running up to the time of the end of our radio show. We're going to extend beyond. We're going to extend beyond our radio show. So I do want to tell everybody that prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome, and that this has been an attorney advertisement, and that's for our people listening on the radio. People listening on the radio, come join us on the Brad and Squeeze Show page on Facebook. We're going to be continuing our show past 10 o'clock. And number 3, for everybody out there, we have to remind everybody that our partner here, and it's not our partner in crime, but it's our partner in helping people, USA Credit Repair. They are always here for you. And the telephone number for USA Credit Repair is 1-800-872-7177. Anna, I'm sure you know people who have credit below 700 who probably can use the help of USA Credit Repair. perhaps you could let your friends know, if you know that they have bad credit, to call US, right?
That's true.
Right. Because USA Credit Repair, even though we announce the number all the time, which is 1-800-872-7177, I was told by the president that they get 90% of their business is through word of mouth from happy clients.
That's true.
Who say, you know what, they did a really good job for me, and now my friend has a problem, and my friend calls.
Referrals.
Yes, it's called chain migration for USA Credit Repair. One friend tells another friend who tells another friend. And that's how they get most of their business, although we do announce their telephone number. If your credit is below 700, you should be calling them right now at 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. They will give you a 90-day money-back guarantee. That if your credit is not up within 90 days, your money is back to you.
Yep.
And that has never
providing that you follow the protocols.
Right. And that has never happened if everybody follows the protocols.
Yep.
And we hear story after story after story of people calling us on the show. We had this woman call us, like, I think, said something, didn't call, they left a message on Facebook like 7, 8, 9 days ago that in 15 days her credit went up 140 points.
Yeah, we have done that.
Call USA Credit Repair right now, 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. If your credit's below 700, then you need USA Credit Repair, 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. Our proud partner here on the Brad and Squeeze Show. I do want to remind everybody who's listening on WVIP, we're going to be cut off in about 45 seconds. So please take out your phone, go right to the Brad and Squeeze Show. We're going to be continuing the show live on our Brad and Squeeze page on Facebook at Brad and Squeeze. So take out your phone and don't forget to like us, follow us, and also put us default us to the top of your timeline when you like us on the Brad and Squeeze Show. Anna, let's continue.
All right. Carla Harris, if I file for my daughter as a GC holder, green card holder, and will take about 18 months, and it will take about 18 months, and I update to citizen after the I-130 is filed, how long after my update will it take to have her here?
When did she file for her daughter?
She doesn't say the exact date.
Is your daughter under 21?
About 18 months.
Is her daughter under 21 or over 21?
She doesn't specify.
Okay. So if her daughter's under 21 and you upgrade to citizen, then your daughter should be here in another 3 to 6 months if you do everything properly. If you filed for your daughter 18 months ago and she's over 21, she's waiting another 5 years. So much for chain migration, Squeeze.
So much for that.
Yeah. It's the biggest hoax in the entire. All right. Besides, you want to hear some hoaxes in immigration, Anna? Okay. Illegal immigration, hoax. Fake news. There's nothing illegal about immigration. You're either documented or undocumented. It is not a crime to be an immigrant who's undocumented, but they make everybody out to be a criminal. Fake news.
Yep.
You want to hear another fake news? Chain migration. One person comes in, that means the entire town comes in from where they live. Fake news. It takes 12 years to bring in a child. 20 years to bring in a brother or sister. That's not chain migration. That's generations waiting to come to the United States of America. Also fake news. Just got to make that clear.
Yeah, very clear now.
All right. Let's continue. Oh, you want to hear fake news also?
Yeah.
The wall's going to prevent anyone from coming to the United States. Oh. Actually, the guy in our video said it really well. The wall represents racism because it's not preventing anybody from coming in the United States. It's just representing to say we're building this thing as a monument to say we don't want people of color to come into America or people of dark skin to come into America because it's not stopping anybody.
It's true.
Okay, let's continue.
Pap Nidine, I have a case pending because they're asking for a request evidence, which I sponsored the case I had and was dismissed. They can't find it in the system. So what should she do?
Can you repeat that again, please? That was a lot of jumble.
Yeah.
And it wasn't you. That was the question. So let's do it again.
I have a case pending. They're asking for a request of evidence, which I sponsored. I sponsored the case, and I had it dismissed, and they can't find it in the system.
Okay, so it sounds like to me that she filed an adjustment application, but she needs to be what's called 245I eligible. 245I eligible means that she has to be able to show that she had something previously filed in the system before April 2001 in order to pay a penalty fee to be able to get her green card today. It's a situation where you got to show you had an old case filed, and now you have a new case, and because of the old case gets you the interview and the new case gets you a green card. So what she's having problem is they can't find in the system her old case. Number one, she should never have filed anything unless she had the old case in her hand, because you can't rely on immigration to look it up. Number two, it's something called Freedom of Information Act request. You have to request immigration to look it up for you through a different hand of USCIS. So you need to come in to see us. You may have to withdraw that application, request the FOIA, and then refile again. That's probably what's going to happen.
Ariel Rand. Hi, I'm a U.S. citizen. My husband is not. We're living in France. He had a 10-year ban that is over this year. Can he come for a vacation automatically after 10 years, or can the visa be refused?
What is the 10-year ban for?
That's a question she needs to ask.
Was the 10-year ban because he was ordered deported? Then he needs a waiver. If the 10-year ban was just he lived in the United States illegally and overstayed by more than a year and left, then he would need to go to the U.S. Embassy, apply for a visa, show enough ties to France that what he did in the past won't happen again. That he's going to really come for a vacation and go home.
Jarvis Matalone. I got married a few months ago. I went to immigration to do my fingerprints. How long after will I get my work permit?
About 6 to 8 weeks after you fingerprint, if you do everything properly.
Ariel answered your question. He got banned for overstaying in the U.S.
Okay, then he should go to the U.S. Embassy. He needs to apply for a visitor's visa with a lot of evidence that he intends to return back to France. He has a spouse, family, home, and quite frankly, maybe if you're a U.S. citizen, maybe you want to just apply for his green card so he has no problem. I don't know. So I think maybe Ariel should have a interview with us so we can go through all the different options.
Victoria Brown. I got a court case on immigration and did not go. I went home to Jamaica. Can my child that's born in the U.S. file for me?
No, because you were ordered deported in absentia. Okay? As far as the government records are concerned, you didn't show up to your court date, you were ordered deported. So we need to get those records, figure out why you were in deportation, and then see if you are eligible for waivers or not. Your child who was born in America can only get you certain waivers, but not all of them. So before you start wasting your time and energy, have a consultation.
And make sure you call 1-800-529-5465 to book that appointment. 1-800-LAWLINK.
Geppetto Whittingham. I've been in the U.S. over 3 years. I'm a green card holder. Can I file for citizenship before 5 years?
No, unless you're married to a citizen. Is he married to a citizen?
Doesn't.
Yeah, you have to be married to a citizen in a bona fide marriage to file for your citizenship in 3 years. Otherwise, you got to wait to 5. Unless you're in the military, then it's 1. But if you're in the military, you'll become a citizen, but you're not getting paid right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Valerie Foster. Good morning. My sister filed for her daughter, but she passed away. Can I take it from where it is?
Your sister, yes, you need a humanitarian waiver. So there is a process. You just can't just pick it up, but you got to request that you take over the sister's case through a humanitarian waiver.
Someone wants to know, why did you guys close the Bronx office?
Why? Because I can't be in 100 places at the same time, unfortunately.
Smith Cat. I got married. My husband filed for me, but when I went to the interview, we were told my husband revoked his sponsorship. This was in 2011. What can I do?
Well, your husband revoked it. It's still revoked. Are you back with your husband? If not, you got to figure out another way to get a green card.
Smith Cat. How hard is it to get a provisional waiver approved? We have no kids, no disability.
Hard. Get a good lawyer like myself. Not easy. You're not going to do it on your own.
Olive McLeod, is it better for a parent to be in the U.S. while the child files for the parent?
If they're in the U.S. and they're here legally and made a legal entry and they're here over 90 days, sure. Depends on what the situation is.
Trey Wilson, if you owe taxes, can you still get your citizenship?
If you're on a payment plan, yes. Otherwise, you should be calling Carmela in our office, who will either have those taxes wiped away if you can't afford to pay them, or get you on a good payment plan. Carmela would even get you on a better payment plan than you would get on. But usually what she does is just literally wipe your taxes away. It's worth a free consultation with her.
Jody Jackson, what if the petitioner doesn't have the last 3 years tax, but only the most recent? Do I need to write a letter stating that she's only been here for 2 years?
Yeah, and it depends on what her taxes are. It's possible that you'll need a second affidavit of support. I'm not sure. Depends on what she's earning. They're going to look at the totality of circumstances.
Alma Foster, I have a daughter. Her father filed for her before she was 18. How long does it take before she can become a citizen?
She has to be a resident for 5 years, unless she's gaining her citizenship through her father. And then at that point, she would have to prove that she came here under 18. She was living with him in his legal and physical custody as a green card holder, and he was a citizen at the time.
Mohammed Mamin, my father applied for my mother to come to the U.S. May 5th, 2017. How long will it take to get her approved?
It's father filing for mother.
Yes.
So it's a husband then. It's about a year.
Chevy Collins, I don't want to stay on my B2 and my papers aren't in. What should I do?
Come see me.
Roseanne, husband sponsored me February 2017. I want to know, how long is it going to take for me to get my green card?
February 2017?
Yes.
Where is she?
She does not say.
If you're in America, it should take about 9 months. If you're outside of America, it'll take a little over a year. If you do it right.
Nicola Jackson, do they give single entry at the embassy anymore? I'm sorry.
Sure.
A lot of questions.
All right. Yeah, we have
people have questions.
And believe me, they won't
It's
stop.
Monday.
We can just sit here all day.
They're gonna keep coming.
Yeah, I know.
That's it.
Right, you just sit back and relax. Let me answer the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I
It's
stop
the
sharing?
Monday energy.
What?
Should I stop sharing?
No.
You said relax.
No, just relax. Relax and share. Yes. Go ahead.
Dion Watson, my friend got married to his SS and work permit. He went to his interview. They sent back for some papers. They sent it to the wife, divorced him. What can he do? So he got married, he got divorced. What can he do, basically?
So he got married. The wife divorced him. He has no marriage anymore. So go find another wife that you can fall in love with who won't divorce you.
Well, he already went for his interview.
But the wife divorced him.
Okay.
Unless we're talking about a 2-year green card getting to a 10-year green card, or unless you're talking about abuse. I'm assuming that he has nothing. They filed an adjustment, and when he went for his interview, the wife had already divorced him. That's what I'm assuming. Then there's nothing you can do other than file an abuse case or find another way to get a green card.
Brisha Macy, can a person who was married before her husband filed and went to the interview and was told that the husband revoked the sponsorship? It happened in 2011.
The husband can revoke his sponsorship whenever they want, as long as it's done before you get the green card. After you get the green card, the husband can't do anything.
Ione Russell, my son turns 21, but I got married when he was 19. Will it affect him?
Yes, he won't get a green card through the marriage, because the marriage had to occur before 18.
Sonia Robinson, can a resident start filing for his wife who is already out of status before applying for his citizenship?
Yes.
And that is it.
All right. Our longest rapid fire. That was like a war. That wasn't rapid fire. That was like a war there.
I'm convinced they had all these questions during the weekend and couldn't wait for Monday.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Anna. Great job.
Good job, Anna.
We'll see you back at the 12 o'clock hour. Appreciate it.
Yes.
All right, take care.
All right, Anna Ascona, our social media genie for the day. We have 3 calls online. Let's see if we can run through them quickly, Squeeze, before we call it a day, at least for the morning. Jason in Atlanta.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Jason.
Yes, Chief. Calling to find out some information, right? So, for example, you've been arrested and you have a pending case before the court. Can you still go ahead and apply for your green card?
No, you got to figure if you've been arrested, you shouldn't be applying for anything because they're not going to give you a green card till the disposition, the result of that criminal case is resolved. So make sure you have a good criminal defense attorney. Don't plead guilty to anything before you pass it by an immigration lawyer.
Because what happened? If I was supposed to explain what happened,
It doesn't matter what happened. If you have a pending case, you should not be applying for a green card, no matter how silly or stupid it is.
And you should not even send in the petition either.
No, nothing. You have a pending case, a criminal case. You should not be dealing with immigration at all until the criminal case is resolved.
Okay.
No matter how stupid or silly it is.
Okay, so when you reference to a criminal case, you've mentioned it across the board, right? Any case before the court?
Yeah, unless it's running through a stop sign. If it's a traffic incident, no.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
What was you arrested for?
This is family violence.
Family violence. Domestic violence is a deportable offense. You should not be doing anything.
Oh, so I should just wait until...
Hold on, that's not a silly thing. Hold on. Domestic violence ain't silly, Squeeze.
Nope.
Not in my book. All right. Willie in Atlanta, Georgia. Willie.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
What's up?
All right, so girlfriend coming up, we spoke earlier. Girlfriend coming up in April.
Right.
The lawyer also suggested that a month after she get here, we should come into the office and start the paperwork.
No.
Would that be considered intent to stay?
Yes. Do nothing.
Yes?
Let her come. Yes, do nothing. She's coming to visit you. End of story. Okay? After 90 days, come talk to me. Hold on. All right.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Kiss formula.
Right. Ricky.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. I have one question. It's really a question. I have a friend. She attempted to come here in 2015 January, but she was stopped flagged at the airport in Atlanta. She was sent back to Jamaica. They advised her to sign a paper. She was sent back, but she wanted to apply for her visitor's visa again. Is it possible for them to issue her with another visa?
Well, she was stopped at the airport. Why was she stopped?
They said she was coming to work because she came here before.
No, she can't apply for a visitor's visa because if she came here to work, if they believe that.
No, she didn't came here to work. That's it. She was coming here to visit family.
I understand that, but they believe she was coming to work. So she has a misrepresentation for the rest of her life. She's barred forever unless she can prove at the embassy beyond a shadow of a doubt that she wasn't coming here to work. And that's going to be...
I think she can prove it.
Okay, then she should try.
Okay, is there like a particular process or just apply?
Apply. And I'm telling you she's going to be turned down. But she should try. Okay, Daniel in Port Charlotte, Florida. Daniel.
Yes, good afternoon.
How are you?
How are you doing?
Yes.
How
are you?
Thank you for all the service you do for the community in general.
Thank you.
My question is that my wife has an appointment, a master hearing in immigration on February 1st, but she doesn't have no longer have a lawyer.
She better get one.
Can she go in?
She better get a lawyer. No, she can't go in by herself. You go in by yourself into a deportation hearing. The only thing that's going to result from that is you're getting deported. Get a lawyer.
Not a deportation hearing.
What?
That is the judge. They transfer the case to another judge.
You're in deportation.
And,
that's deportation. You're seeing a judge. As soon as the word judge and immigration, that equals you're in a deportation hearing. You need a lawyer. For you to be so oblivious to that fact is shocking. You don't go into immigration in a deportation hearing without a lawyer, unless you want to be deported. Simple as that. Hold on. You're talking to a good lawyer, by the way. There it is. Yeah,
what?
There was no fish we caught over the weekend, Jeff and Tamika. Squeeze and I were in different areas. We were joking about the ice fishing.
Yeah.
All right.
Ice fishing, my asphalt.
Yes.
You know.
All right.
The end of another show.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you, USA Credit Repair. 1-800-872-7177. Thank you, law offices of Spar and Bernstein.
We need to give USA Credit Repair some more credit and some more time in the regular hour.
1-800, yes,
I'll be speaking
Spar
to
and
my
Bernstein.
attorney.
Okay,
About page 21.
Spar and Bernstein, 1-800-529.
I like how that just get.
1-800-529-5465. We'll see you later.
The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein Law Firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.